Would you dare to live in a house that whispers your name in the dead of night? This question was one the Harcourt family had to face when they moved into the isolated mansion known as Cold Hill House. They were filled with excitement and anticipation, eager to start a new chapter in their lives. But this grand old house, nestled in the heart of the English countryside, had other plans. As the days passed, the family's initial joy began to wane, replaced by a creeping sense of unease. The laughter and chatter that once filled the halls started to give way to silence, broken only by the whispering walls and inexplicable sounds. The Harcourts soon realized that they were sharing their new home with unseen entities, their lives taking a chilling turn as they began to experience unusual occurrences. As the Harcourt family soon discovered, they were not the only residents of Cold Hill House. Imagine finding out that your dream house is already occupied, not by the living, but by the dead. The Harcourts' dream house turned into a nightmare as they found themselves living side by side with spectral residents. These were not your ordinary house guests, but the remnants of lives that had once occupied the ancient walls of Cold Hill House. Their ethereal cohabitants had a strange way of making their presence known. The Harcourts would often wake up to the chilling sounds of whispers, laughter, and footsteps echoing through the house. Their modern gadgets, which were supposed to be the epitome of comfort and convenience, became tools of terror as they malfunctioned in the most peculiar ways. It was as if an unseen hand was deliberately meddling with their devices, a technophobic ghost perhaps, resisting the invasion of the modern world into its timeless realm. Among the spectral inhabitants, one figure stood out, a mysterious woman in gray. She was often seen wandering aimlessly around the house, her gaze always drawn to the Harcourts' young daughter. The woman in gray seemed to have a peculiar fascination with the child, her eyes filled with an inexplicable mixture of longing and despair. It was as if the child reminded her of a life she once had, a life that was now nothing more than a distant memory. The Harcourts were living in a house that refused to live in the present. The past was not just alive in Cold Hill House, it was relentless, making its presence felt in the most unsettling ways. What if the walls of your home could talk? What tales would they tell? Just imagine the secrets they might whisper. Now, let's delve into the dark annals of Cold Hill House, a place where secrets are as numerous as the cobwebs in its corners. Constructed centuries ago, Cold Hill House was erected on land believed to be cursed. It wasn't just a spooky children's tale. The land was once a burial ground for those accused of witchcraft, their souls left to wander in unrest. The house itself became a symbol of this curse, a grim testament to the land's tainted legacy. Over the years, Cold Hill House has seen a parade of occupants, each meeting a tragic end. From wealthy industrialists to humble families seeking a fresh start, all were drawn in by the house's charm, only to be ensnared in its deadly trap. The house's walls have borne silent witness to countless screams, tears, and pleas for mercy. Enter the Harcourts, the latest owners, blissfully unaware of the house's sinister past. As they settle in, they uncover fragments of the house's history, each piece more unsettling than the last. From hidden rooms filled with strange artifacts to old newspaper clippings detailing the gruesome fates of previous residents, the truth becomes increasingly impossible to ignore. The Harcourts' fear grows with each revelation, a dread that seeps into their dreams, turning their nights into nightmares. The realization dawns on them. They might be next on the house's list of victims. The walls seem to close in, the air growing heavy with the weight of past horrors. But what's most terrifying isn't the house's history itself, but how it still lives, breathes, and hungers for more tragedy. The past isn't past in Cold Hill House, it's a living entity, a relentless specter. It's in the creaking floorboards, the shadows that move just out of sight, and the chilling whispers that echo in the dead of night. The past was not past in Cold Hill House. It was alive, waiting. When your home turns against you, do you flee or fight? In the heart of Cold Hill House, the Harcourts found themselves asking this very question. The once warm and welcoming abode had transformed into a chilling battleground, each room seething with unseen adversaries. The Harcourts, once mere homeowners, now found themselves warriors in a spectral war. Their initial disbelief gave way to desperation as the house's malevolent curse tightened its icy grip. They struggled, they schemed, they sought every avenue to break the chains of their haunted destiny. The once familiar creaks of the house were now sinister whispers of the entities that lurked within. The suspense was palpable, as if the very air of Cold Hill House was holding its breath. Every moment brought them closer to a climactic confrontation, a showdown with the spirits that held their lives in the balance. The Harcourts were no longer fighting for their home, but for their very existence. The walls of Cold Hill House bore silent witness to their relentless struggle. Through sleepless nights and nerve-wracking days, the Harcourts waged a war against fate. In their desperation, they found courage. In their struggle, they found strength. They were no longer mere inhabitants of Cold Hill House, but its defiant challengers. In Cold Hill House, the Harcourts found themselves in a fight not just for their home, but for their lives. Their tale is a chilling reminder that sometimes the fight against fate is the most terrifying battle of all. Can you truly ever escape a haunted past? This is the question that lingers as we delve into the chilling conclusion of the Harcourts' ordeal at the Cold Hill House. The echoes of their experience reverberate, a chilling reminder of the house's unrelenting power. The Harcourts' tale is a stark exploration of fate, fear, and the indomitable influence of the past. It's a chilling reminder that sometimes our destiny is not in our hands, but in the hands of those who came before us. The fear they faced was not just of the supernatural, but also of the unknown, the unexplainable, the inescapable. Their story serves as a chilling testament to the power of the past, a past that refuses to be forgotten, a past that lingers in every corner of the Cold Hill House. And as we leave the Harcourts to their fate, one chilling thought remains. Even as our tale ends, remember, Cold Hill House is waiting, and its doors are always open.